I thought today was a good day. I thought today was a day of kind of momentum swings. And defense was dominant there, middle part of practice. In our team sessions, really working a bunch of situations, force guys to have to think, apply, react. I thought they did a really, really nice job in the middle part of practice. And then, loved the offense's response. Got some third down situations, base team downs, got in the red zone, and you see playmakers that continuing to emerge. One of the things that's important to see during fall camp, you got to put people in uncomfortable situations to see how they're going to react, to see what they're going to do. Because we're going to find ourselves in comfortable situations throughout the course of this year and in every game. But being able to control your mind, to be able to control your response, to be able to learn from a mistake, or when you find yourself with your back against the wall, what are you going to do in that moment? And so really trying to push, especially some of the young guys. We're seeing some. That's an impressive group. Now there's still some guys that will need to mature to have an opportunity to get out there and do it here this year. But I think the ability, the talent, and the want to is there. It's just now it's the repetition of the good days and the challenging moments. And I like what I'm seeing from the team. I thought the spirit was good. Another day of quality work.
What do you hope to get out of the second scrimmage? What is it maybe you want to see from the team different from the first time?
The first scrimmage is, we do a lot of scripted situations. We set the ball where it's going to be. This is going to be run more like, probably going to get over half a football, maybe a little bit more, just kind of depending on play count and things like that. But I want to see guys sequence things just like a game, and to be able to understand if there's a sudden change, to be able to apply the things that we talk about into the moment, and the unexpected things are going to show up throughout. We're going to continue to get great evaluation on guys, try to determine which guys are as of going into week one, who are the guys that are in position to be able to help our team early in the season. The great thing about the new rules in NCAA is you get your 4 games in the regular season. So some guys, like we've seen in years past, have developed throughout the year. We're going to continue to push that. That might be able to help us later in the season. And so, but we'll get a sense of what that's going to look like going in this first week. Coming off that second scrimmage, still have a couple of days. Of kind of mixed work before we go all into our game planning for LSU. But it's going to be a big evaluation day.
Tight ends continue to catch those tough catches.
Oh yeah, it's a group that's it's talented. I think you see four guys for sure, maybe 5 guys that are going to have an opportunity to be able to impact us in a very positive way. James had a big play today. Marquiston's such a unique specimen in a sense. I mean, he's 6'7", he's almost 285 pounds, could run, could catch. Really like what he's doing. Kyle Borlock, I think, has had an unbelievable fall camp. Preston Daniels is continuing to get better. I really like that group that we have, and just the versatility of what they bring. But it's going to be fun to watch them continue to grow together. And obviously they do so much in this offense, and these guys are putting it all on display.
Are you starting to see what you want from Hakeem?
He's growing up. I mean, I still want the consistency, and there's, even today he had, 2 or 3 really good plays, but there's a couple plays early that, have to be better. And we know we've got a very talented young man. He's a wonderful young man, but, it's the consistency of the push when you get tired. It's the consistency of, the details, the, finishing plays. I really like what I've seen, especially this week. I think he's grown up a little bit, but there's still some steps that need to be taken. But we're definitely heading in the right direction.
As you head into the second scrimmage, which is a couple days away, but have you seen growth from the players in the practices, and what's expected from that first scrimmage, especially in newcomers?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about fall camp is it's always we're always progressing, and whether it's installation situations, we're preparing to go play a game, and if there's a mistake that shows up in a scrimmage that needs to be fixed, you have to fix fix the early mistake, but then you're still getting more installation, new techniques, new terms, new concepts that you have to be able to apply. And so it's really, it takes a lot for the players, to keep that emphasis. But I think our guys have done a nice job with it. And I think I've seen our team continue to grow.
When you see guys like Kevin Knowles and some of the other guys that leading the younger guys, is that something that you guys acknowledge, or you guys are pointing out that's just expected?
I mean, it's expected, yes. Celebrated, absolutely. I don't. So many people get it. Well, you expect them to do that. Well, great. I'm still going to celebrate when they do it. I love seeing guys, make an investment for others. I think sometimes we get so carried away with expectations that we forget to reinforce it sometimes. And when somebody does things the right way, and I want them to feel that. I want them to understand that we're hitting a standard, that we're making an impact on others. And so we want to encourage that with our actions. And then on the flip side of it, if there's guys that get knocked down, we want to be there to help pick them up and help push them forward. And that's what their teammates are there to be able to do that with them. But absolutely, it's. I mean, you guys see it every day. It's a team that they care about each other. They like competing with each other. I mean, receivers and DBs, they get done with a rep, going toe to toe, and if the receiver wins, he's usually telling the DB what he saw, or vice versa. And just different ways to sharpen each other's skill set based off the results of what we're doing.
I know competition exists every day, but after 13 practices, are you pretty comfortable with where the 2 deep kind of sits in the sense of having an idea of it?
I do. I mean, let me say this. I really like our depth. I like the guys that as of right now, I know we can go play a game with. I still think there's more. I think that there's guys that can really continue to put themselves in that position, and we want to see the consistency. There's some guys that have been here for a good while that we want to eliminate the up and down flow of what we're doing. So we're going to continue to push them in that regards. But I like the depth that we have.
Do you tell those individuals that in the sense of, or do you want to see them naturally?
No, I mean, you got to paint the picture for them. I mean, it's self accountability, self perspective, but sometimes that could be, to be able to have that reinforcing. These are things we need to see for you to take that next step, for us to be able to trust to put you in those situations. These are the areas we need to see that continued growth. And I think that transparency and honesty of where it is, it continues to help guys know what needs to be seen. But then on our end, when we're seeing that, then it also justifies putting them out there on the field in those moments. So it's a two-way street with it. But yeah, we definitely try to communicate that with all of ours.
How far have you guys come in terms of the preferred walk-on version, in terms of their ability to give you good looks?
No, I mean we've got a great group, and we have we do a really good job trying to identify guys that are the right fit for the university, the program, guys that for whatever reason or circumstance you start off paying their own way, and they have had guys every year that have gone from walk-on to being put on scholarship. Great players that have played here, and we've got a couple guys right now that are doing the same thing, that that their future is going to be very, very positive here at Florida State, helping impact on the field and obviously who they are off the field. But it's something that we work towards, because we want the best personnel team. And whether you start as a walk-on, there's some great players that started here that have had to start on a challenging path, but turned into All-Americans, and top NFL draft picks. I mean, it's everybody has their own unique journey.
The outset of camp, you mentioned Robert Scott completing his progress ahead of schedule. Continue to be.
We've been smart with Rob. He's it was a full off season for him. And what he had to do and the work, and for him to be able to be available at the start of camp was good. And then also we got blessed. We missed most of all last year. We wanted to see him. I love where I say you got JB and his growth. Julian, those guys getting a lot of quality reps. Trying to show exactly where they are. And then it's good. Here, beginning of this week, starting to get Rob back in. kind of working that group all together. And he's looked really good when he's been out there.
Question from the people, real quick, Coach, if you don't mind. I would like someone to ask Coach Norvell. This comes from a fellow Mike. Which player has recorded the highest speed at any given point on the GPS this season?
Throughout this fall camp, that would be a better Coach Storm's question, because I get the top speeds. I know we've had a 22 hit, but I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head if we had anybody that got above that right now. So I think it might have been Deuce. It was about 2 weeks ago. It was that first week, but got good numbers.
What's your top speed?
What's that?
What's your top?
So that's one thing they actually want to do. So we're getting, in the indoor, with the new facility, we're putting to where we can start tracking. Most of the speed tracking is outside, so that's why it's a little bit. We don't always get the top speeds on the inside stuff. So pre-practice race is we're about to get. And so Jackson told me that once we get that set, which is coming soon, that you'll see me wearing my catapult top. It'll be awesome. See where it's at. I can tell you that these hammies, they're starting to feel it. But appreciate the guys that show up and go run. So, any more good questions? Maria, what do you think my top speed would be? My top speed is about to stop with this interview. Thank you very much. All right, see you.